Hi, my name's Kimmy Knight. I'm a Pilates practitioner and today I'm going to be taking you through a series of exercises that are going to help you perform the best game of golf you've ever played. So specifically we're going to be taking you through some exercises that you can do just before you tee off. So at the golf club, in the locker room or just before you leave the home. They're aimed at promoting optimal core awareness, spinal mobility and flexibility for optimal range, and shoulder control as well. The first exercise we're going to go through today is basically promoting your pelvic awareness, which is, as you know, a very important step in your golf. A lot of people tend to be too lordotic through their lower back, so they tend to have too much of a lower back sway. So we need to make sure that when you're in your golf position, you're in an ideal core alignment. If your pelvis is too out of alignment, your core is not going to be contracting at its best ability. So let's just begin standing on your mat with your feet hip-width apart, one hand in the small of your back and one hand in the core at the front. So can you feel that the lower back, we actually want it to be quite long. So I want you just to get the sense of moving the pelvis, so you can take your hands to your hips, tucking your bottom under and feel the ribs and the hips at the front contracting, and then slowly allowing your pelvis to come back into an anterior tilt. Exhale as you contract under and feel the rib cage connecting. Inhale to come back. So we're just finding a nice connection and understanding how the position of your pelvis affects the way that your core is going to connect and become controlled. The next exercise we're going to go through is called the standing roll down. Now you can use your golf club for this exercise and it's a nice way to set the shoulders. So you'll be standing on your side with your feet hip width apart, standing up as tall as you possibly can and just making sure that your core is connected at the front. We're going to begin with the shoulders up and back and just gently activating your lat muscles at the back. Inhale, breath to begin. Exhale, lengthen through the spine as you send your head up and over. My core is staying connected as well as my glutes. As I roll over, I'm trying to hold on to my core for as long as I can, and my shoulders are staying away from my ears. I'm going to hold the stretch here for an inhale breath, and then exhale, start to round my lower back. Glutes are on, core is pulling back, shoulders are away from my ears. Inhale breath here. Exhale to roll down again. Now you can add at the bottom a little bit of thoracic extension. Coming back in. Exhale to begin the journey back up. You can continue this exercise for 5 to 6 repetitions, making sure that you're segmentally rolling up through the spine. The next exercise, we're going to start to improve your mobility through your thoracic rotation. We're going to use the golf club, or you can see a stick, to help that happen. So first of all, we're going to take it behind the back, and I'm going more into my mid to lower back. So we're starting here, I'm aiming at keeping my hips forward, I'm activating my core at the front, so drawing my belly button gently toward my spine, and I'm going to gently start to rotate from the point at which the stick is sitting into my spine. So I'm really controlling this position, my shoulders are up and back, and they are actually activated. I'm gently pressing into the stick, and I can feel my upper back working as well as my torso moving, my core doing that work for me. Exhale as you rotate to the side. That exhale breath is always going to get you a little bit further. Once you've done 4 repetitions each side, move the bar up a little bit higher. From here, continue the same movement, but you'll notice that the rotation will come from a slightly higher point. So we're just encouraging the spine to be mobile into rotation from each of its different sectors. Once you've done the 4 each side here, and you notice my shoulders are still set back, my elbows are slightly pressing forward to help activate the right muscles. The next movement from there is onto the shoulders. So because my arms are elevated, once again, we're getting a slightly higher part of the spine. Make sure that the eyes just follow wherever the sternum is facing. Exhale as you rotate to the side, inhale back through center. So 4 each side with this one. Finally, the last position is with the arms up. So I've got a nice grip to the bar or your golf club, so your shoulders up and over, wide. So I'm just tuning into my muscles at the side here, the lats, and gently pressing the arms apart, which is going to help to activate them more. From here, we're going for that rotation once again. Exhale to the side, and you'll feel even still the higher sections of your thoracic spine are rotating through here. So 4 each side. From there, you should start to feel your upper back activating, your lats and your core. We're now going to go through a little bit more of a dynamic progression of those exercises. So we're coming back to the original position, which was in that mid to lower back. Standing up nice and tall, starting off with your shoulders back and your elbows pressing forward. We're going to take 2 breaths as you rotate to the side with a little bit more speed this time, but no less control. So, next position after you've done 4. On to the next. And finally, this just gets the spine ready for that more dynamic movement of the golf swing and is a little bit more realistic to your swing. The last exercise in the series you'll do before you're teeing off is your squat. So this one is very important in finding the correct pelvic position, as we saw with our initial pelvic tilts. So we're finding our position where we've got a really nice straight body. If you drew a line, you should have a line from your ear, your shoulder, the outside of your hip and down to your ankle. So that's where we're going to begin, with our shoulders set back and down and the hands just gently drawing apart on the bar. From here, I'm going to keep my spine straight. I'm only hinging from my hips and my knees and my shoulders, not at all through the spine as I come down into a squat. And I'm coming back up and just a little bit of a glute squeeze there. So we're really working at just allowing the femur bones in the legs to move around in the hip sockets without it affecting your spinal position at all. In your golf position, your golf posture, you want your spine to be set up in a position where it can hold and your core will support you, and then you can go through your thoracic rotation movement without any extension or flexion throwing off your game. So once again, from the top, we're taking the shoulders wide, we're finding our position, tummy muscles are gently drawing on, arms are pulling apart, and you're going to slowly reach the bar forward as you think of sitting your bottom back into a chair. Check that you haven't lost your core, and slowly coming back up. So you can imagine that you're moving through thick honey. I'm actually activating more muscles than what is necessary, and I'm showing them how to move, how to work. So going through here and feeling that connection between your sternum and your belly button. And you'll go through about 10 or so repetitions. So that'll get the major muscles of the legs and the core all warmed up and ready to go.